What up, Jumpin' Podcast? Kim1234 here with Julio Fuentes. Echofox's Julio Fuentes.
Yeah, nice. I like how you say my last name.
Fuentes?
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yeah, no, you said it really well, yeah.
Culture and stuff. That's
yeah,
right.
no, I'm not even kidding. That's impressive.
All right. So we're a little bit running low on time right now. Today, Julio, unfortunately, is leaving Japan.
Yeah, it's so sad. But,
Tell me about what were your expectations of Japan, first off, before you came here? This is your first time?
First time here. I expected extremely hot weather, which wasn't that bad at all. Mm-hmm. Of course, it's not summer, it's the end of summer and all that. But really hot weather. I expected a lot of cute girls. That was true.
That definitely happened.
Yeah, that definitely happened.
Yeah.
A lot of... Well, actually, you know something? I expected like the cigarette thing to be a thing here. I just didn't expect it to be everywhere. Like you could smoke in restaurants. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like that blew my mind. I thought you could only smoke in arcades and stuff like that. That was like mind blowing to me already. So I didn't expect that you could smoke everywhere. Literally, everyone here smokes. Crazy.
Don't you think it's weird how like when you go to a restaurant, like somehow this invisible wall separates the non-smoking section from the smoking section, and you're like, sure, it's all good, I guess.
Yeah, some restaurants, everyone smokes. There's no divider or anything like that. It's kind of interesting.
They have this little like smoke thingy, like on the top, just saying like, okay, you can smoke here, but up to here only. And then they have like a little machine that pushes it that way and everything.
Oh yeah, then I definitely wouldn't even be able to read the signs. But nonetheless, like that was interesting. What else did I expect? I mean, didn't really have anything. Oh yeah, I expected good competition.
You got that.
And I got that, yeah. I expected that. And it was pretty good. Oh, yeah, and I expected the really cramped overall area. Everything's super small here, so that's true.
If I could turn the camera just a little bit, 90 degrees this way a little bit, you can see the cramped streets. Ironically, we're in Harajuku again, the location that we shot the last episode.
I love Harajuku. I got a lot of shopping done.
Let them know. Show.
I should definitely show them. I got some...
This man spent... Possibly, in the 2 hours that I saw you, you spent...
I probably spent like $500 on
500 around there.
And there's some stuff here. I got some shirts here. Yeah, I went in, dude, like, for sure. So I'm going back very happy, you know. And I don't feel bad. That's the thing. Usually when I buy clothes, I feel bad, but not this time. Because that ECT pop bonus... takes away the...
That's right. How could I forget? We're talking to the ECT champion.
Oh my god.
With the bonus pop money that was totally meant for Daigo.
That's Daigo's money.
It was meant for Daigo, and it went to this man.
And I got super lucky. He's got some chunks to take him out for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Lud and...
Ludovic and Ray.
Ray. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah. But I'm happy it turned out that way.
Yeah, right?
In fact, I'm kind of glad Chun was really strong.
Like you said.
If it weren't for Chun, I wouldn't be buying all these clothes. Think about that, right? Like, if it weren't for Chun, I would not. Or if it weren't for Lud and Ray.
All right, so speaking about this tournament, this isn't the first CPT that you won, right? I think you won another one.
Texas Showdown, which was my first major. And then this is the second major win. Mm-hmm. It was cool. I was like, okay, satisfied. Like, it would have been cool, like, beating Daigo, of course, but, like, what are the odds, right?
Capcom Cup Finals, you can do that on the big stage, let them know.
Mm-hmm. But, very happy. Mm-hmm. Surprised. I mean, it's just, keep trying, and stuff will happen, you know.
Do you think, okay, I know you've been playing Street Fighter 4 since the beginning of Street Fighter 4, which sounds weird. Yeah. Because it's just the last game, but I mean, that was 8 years, right? Yeah. And I know that you didn't quite achieve the results you probably wanted to achieve. Yeah. And now that you're achieving those results, you know, like, obviously it's your skill level. You've been grinding at it. I call you the grinder.
The grinder.
Julio, the grinder, Fuentes, and Echofox in front. Sorry about that.
Yeah, the grinder.
Do you think it's because of like your mentality, or like, what do you equate to these performances that you've been getting?
Oh yeah, it's definitely like the mentality shift or the mentality game is what I feel like improved or helped me succeed the most, you know? Like, I feel like in the beginning it's like, oh yeah, learn how to do this in Street Fighter, learn this technique. And then you realize at some point, man, tournament is not even like, it's hardly even about that. Tournament's about like the mental focus, like, can you just pick up on his movement? Can you keep your composure?
Especially in this game, right?
Especially in this game, yeah, when every decision counts, you know? Like, if you make 2 to 3 wrong decisions, you're dead. So, like, I feel like the mental discipline game is what helped me succeed more than ever. So breathing, simple stuff, Bruce Lee stuff.
So then the Street Fighter 4 experience pretty much prepared you for your performance from the get-go when Street Fighter 5 hit.
Yeah. That helped a lot. Like the tournament experience for Street Fighter 4 definitely helped. But I really feel like Street Fighter 5, like I feel like I just matured to a new level, and I really feel like I just saw a tournament in a whole different perspective. It's a perspective shift, constant perspective shifts.
Yeah. I think a lot of players can see that now. Like, when I first saw you play, first off, this is not like an insult or anything, but you were doing like vanilla Yoon combos. Like you were doing like pretty much combos that like pretty much like. The point of the combo is to do damage, right? But it wouldn't be optimal. Now, when you play Ken, I think that your Ken play is extremely optimal, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm all about that. Make sure I get that max damage. I'm obsessed with that. I'm a little too obsessed with that. That's one of the... See, here's the thing, like...
it can't be a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
It can't be a bad thing, but, like, Mr. Nash tells me every now and then, like, sometimes you might like the idea of something too much. Jimmy Tran. And, like, you might not see the end result, So it's like, I love being optimal. But sometimes being optimal may not be the greatest thing in the end of the game, But that's definitely my thing. Like, if I'm not doing the optimal combo, I will hate myself. Like, I have to make sure I do max damage.
The tricky part is being able to do that under pressure.
Yeah.
And also on reaction.
Yeah, a lot of factors in tournament in front of people. Remember, and not only that, in this game, like because Ken has so many resources, he has a V trigger and the super bar, right? So like, and depending on where you are,
confirm off a light. I mean, why does he have a confirm off a light? A lot of characters don't have that. Just saying. Okay,
he has good confirms, but nonetheless, like you have to take into account like where you are, how close you are to the corner, because everything your combo will change depending on the distance from the corner and your gauge.
Look at this man's smile, man. This guy loves Street Fighter 5. Look at that.
Yeah, I fucking love the game. I love the game. So yeah, it's cool. Optimal. That's what I'm all about.
Like the trend that has been happening, but I don't want to put this in a bad light. I love the light that's being shined on the podcast lately on event hubs. Appreciate it, Velociraptor.
Yeah, Velociraptor. John, shout out.
Guerrero. I'm just curious for this interview, what headline will be on the next post?
Yeah, he's gonna pick out a quote.
8 frames.
He might troll. He might not. I think Velociraptor. He likes to troll sometimes.
I played him. I can tell from his gameplay that he likes to.
He likes to troll sometimes, so he might make the headline pretty. He's gonna make it stick out.
It's gonna be like Mexican Americans in Japan.
Yeah, Mexican Americans.
What's up now, huh?
The minority interview. Yeah. I don't know. I wish they had more tournaments. What's funny? I thought Esports Square in Akihabara was gonna have like a weekly tournament. It turns out it's just practice. That's crazy.
I'll always remember this quote from Mago. Whenever the tournament that was what's that called? Cal State? Cal Poly.
Yeah.
I think that was Mago's maybe first tournament in the States.
Was that the Daigo Perry tournament?
I don't know if it was that specific tournament, but
okay, but was that
they had a couple of them there though. Anyway, Mago was like, he was being interviewed, and no one knew who Mago was. And the guy was like, yeah, how come Japan doesn't have any like money involved in tournaments? And Mago was like, if there was money involved in tournaments, Japanese people would rip each other apart. And I was like, damn, that's so graphic, right? But I sort of see where he's coming from. Of course, that's not going to happen because money in tournaments is like the ultimate motivator, is it not?
It kind of is, and it burns bridges, and it I feel like it kind of hinders growth sometimes too. That's the thing. Like even though they didn't have a tournament, I really appreciated that it was just practice. Cause, like I really just got to learn. Like you're like literally there to have a good time and learn, which is like kind of mind blowing to me. Like wow, we're just here to learn and play. But like I really feel like I got so much more out of it,
Yeah.
I would have liked the tournament though for sure. I would have definitely liked it just for the adrenaline rush,
Tournaments, man. You're right. I can't think of a weekly tournament format right now. I could think of nothing. Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say like online tournaments, but there's not that much either.
I don't mess with those at all.
Anyway,
don't like
all right, so it's your first time in Japan? Right?
Yep.
First time in Japan. Now that you've been here for a while, what were your expectations from before and the reality now? Do you have anything to comment about that? Street Fighter or not Street Fighter? You can just...
Expectations from before that I could comment on now. It's weird. Like, there's Japan culture, and then there's like Street Fighter culture, and like
you were telling me that you weren't like the typical person interested in Japan. You actually just like Street Fighter, right?
Yeah, I just like Street Fighter, and I love Japan too. But it's like I can't get like other Street Fighter players are here and they're buying like toys, figurines, and they're just buying a lot of products like
Justin.
And Justin. And like today was the first day that I finally bought something and they were closed, But like I love the culture. But my expectations were from Street Fighter, and they were all true,
Okay.
The competition,
such as what?
The competition's strong. Everyone's friendly. People share knowledge. Stuff like that.
And you would definitely know about that because for the past week or so, 2 weeks,
right. 2 weeks,
he's been staying at Tachikawa's house and MOV's house,
yes.
Right? And I'm sure they share knowledge all the time.
Oh, all the time, yeah. And they're really not, they play a set, they rotate, play a set, rotate, talk, play a set, rotate, and nobody gets salty. It's kind of cool. Like I really like that. Like
they get salty.
Oh, I'm sure they get salty inside, but like pretty much they're really mature about it. Like. And it's good, as long if people get salty, as long as they beat you after, the salt gets neutralized.
Of course.
Yeah, so like, which happens because like you can't streak on anyone here, especially at the house. Like you can beat them a set and they'll beat you right back. So it's very healthy for everyone.
I mean, that's the best way, right? Because whenever you're playing against people and the competition is about the same, that's when actually you grow as a person. Because if you're always the person that is better than the other person, like I kind of feel sorry for John Choi. John Choi has been in that position for like many years.
Yeah, like nobody's giving John Choi the obstacles. Like you need someone to.
Well, I mean, now he has obstacles because he's afraid anymore.
Now he has obstacles to climb.
Yeah.
But I feel like a good friend or a true competitor is a person who will give you that obstacle for you.
I mean, there's like a healthy ego involved. If you keep losing and you're able to win, like for sure, like your ego gets checked. You can't be talking too much smack, even though it doesn't really happen here.
Yeah. No, I suppress that ego. My ego is very small. Just tone it down, because you're always gonna lose. You're just always gonna lose.
We were talking about a mutual friend that we had, Daniel Tran. Little Daniel. D-Tran. I call him Little Daniel. I don't know what he is now. Maybe he's like taller than me.
Yeah.
But
he's the same guy.
A little short story. Like he told me like, how come you don't get angry anymore, kid, when you play? How come you don't get angry? I was like, that was so much more fun for me to see. I was like, I don't know, if I get angry, I just don't really get like, I don't have a clear mind to think,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. It's See, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe it comes with age. I don't know what it is, but like, definitely, I get less upset.
You are like 24, 25.
I'm 24, and I just turned 24 in June. And you go through the process of losing and so often that you kind of become jaded.
Hold on. So then you played Street Fighter 4.
I started with Third Strike in 07.
Oh, really?
SVGL, Sunnyvale Golfland, dude. Woo! That's when I got brought in Garcia. I don't know if you know John Garcia. He brought me in.
If I see his face, I probably know.
They took me to the Korean bar when I was a little kid.
Across the street from Sunnyvale?
Yeah, the one next to Office
Depot.
Office Depot, yeah. That's when I met John Choi and them, and Jimmy Tran and Rom.
Oh man,
it's super cool.
You're making me want to go back.
And that's when I was like 15 and a half. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But back then, I wasn't even like a tournament player. I was just like doing whatever I wanted.
It was probably really fun, like just meeting people that were like way older than you.
Yeah.
Right?
I mastered the keeper jin combo, and that's all I would do in the arcade. Even though it wasn't optimal, I was just a kid like, yeah, I can do it. Look, watch me do it. Yay. But, after a while, at the end of Third Strike, I was doing the optimal combos.
Third Strike wasn't even that popular at Sunnyvale.
Yeah, I came in when the era was dying. Yeah. 07 is definitely when it was dying. I heard in 2005 it was like popping still. But 07...
The beta for Third Strike was at Sunnyvale Golfland.
That's
back in the
insane.
day. I don't even know what year this is. This was like 98, probably, something like that.
Well, you know what's crazy? My first tournament ever was also at Sunnyvale Golfland too, NCR 2007. So that's why I call myself like the last generation arcade baby.
I wasn't there. I was in so-called that time.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they had the arcade cabinets in that little eating area, and I met John Choi that's actually really when I saw John Choi for the first time, and I saw Ricky.
We experienced it, yeah.
Yeah, and that was an experience, and I'm glad I got to experience it. Every year after that, it was console, so that was cool.
All right, so let's see here. Moving on from the Sunnyvale Golfland talk. Yeah, the past. Unfortunately, the past. But now, actually, you know what? Yes. The new generation in NorCal.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's talk about that.
I know some of them. I met some of them, but I haven't gone back. I go back like once a year.
Yeah.
I've met Kelvin. I met you. Met BJ.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Alex, I don't know, what is he? He's NorCal
Alex
or SoCal?
Myers is a hybrid.
Whatever, okay.
He's NorCal, SoCal.
He's California, though.
He's California.
Other than those four, that Vega player that's at the Foundry or whatever.
Marcos? Okibano Logo?
Yeah, there we go. I don't know what his real name is.
He's also semi-new generation. Yeah.
So like him, and then like the other guys I haven't really met.
Well, to be honest, there's not that many. It's kind of weird. Like the new generation really is just BJ Unchained, Kelvin Gian, myself. I mean, I guess Cubano Loco. Okay, he's like part-time OG, part-time new generation, right?
Is he OG? Really? Did I just not notice him or something?
Yeah, you might have just not noticed him. Yeah, but he was playing third strike for as long as I can remember, and that's really kind of it. And then, but now in Street Fighter V, there's like new generation, and like the up-and-coming players. You know, you got Godier. He's a Zangief player, but he's really good. He has a good mindset. Yeah, there's not that many. You know, there's a lot of other players too. They're not all of them. I mean,
the Foundry gets like 30 for a weekly or so.
The 40 to between 35 and like 60. It's a dynamic range, bro. Yeah, but that's also because they made it by weekly and by monthly, so the numbers are really changing up right now.
And you would say that, I mean, with no ego, you know, in this equation, you would actually say you're probably in the top 5 of those 60 players.
At the Foundry?
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. Like I won a shit ton of those tournaments.
So then going from Eastward Square, which is where they have the gatherings in Tokyo, going from there, and that was an average. They averaged like 85, 90 a week, right? Like, how did you stack up against those players?
Oh man,
I'm building up towards this question that LoganSama wants me to ask.
Versus Japanese. You know, at Eastward Square, I did really good, and believe it or not, I feel like that showed me that I feel like the gap is really closing between USA and Japan, because the only guys that could beat me were the top guys.
Sure. Right.
Every other person, and those are the only guys I played. Anyone else I played that was like not at the top, I would win.
Can I just let the public know on a little observation I had?
Yes.
Eita kind of beats you guys a lot.
Oh yeah.
Was that just at Eastward Square, or was that also at home?
Also at
their house.
No, he bodied us really hard.
What is it that he's doing that is throwing you guys off, or that's different in general? Is there a reason that you can?
It's like out? He's like emitting like a vibe or like a pace of play that you just cannot.
You have to play to his pace.
You cannot tap into his rhythm. You know, like most of the times we beat people because we can sense the rhythm and we break it and we like beat the guy, right? But this guy's like, me and Chris were joking, like, dude, his rhythm or his fighting style is like this. It's like, no, slap, no, punch. It's just like, what the heck? It's just like,
what's this happening?
When's he coming? You know? And he has like really good meaty throws. His throw game is like ridiculously strong.
His execution is never mentioned when people commentate. He has really good execution.
Yeah. Well, you can see it in his throws. I mean, I consider that execution.
Exactly.
You know? That's
because
timing.
The manual timing, and with the 8 frames lag.
Yeah, where they finish lagging.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do that, right?
Yeah, and he could be an execution god too, but this game, you know, your execution doesn't really shine too much because it's so simple.
Yeah.
But he's really good, and he knows the Ken match surprisingly really well. So he's actually the only guy that bodied me the hardest, actually. Well, at Esports Score, he 5-0'd me.
Ouch.
And then back at home, me and Chris could not get a single set on him.
And the weird thing is Chris and Eita had each other in the same pool at Tokyo Game Show. And then I was talking to Chris about that. I was like, dude, you guys are in the same pool. You sure you want to keep playing? He was like, yeah, that's my style, because once I download him, I think I'm a better player, so it works out in my favor a little bit longer. And I was like, I don't know. I think you're kind of underestimating how good Eita is right now.
Yeah. No, Eita's really good. They had a close match, but Eita pulled it out every time.
At TGS,
yeah.
TGS.
It was actually really close because Chris was beating him up pretty bad, and then Eita always pulled it out.
2-1? So 3?
He won 2-0.
2-0, okay.
Yeah, but you got to watch it. Like, yeah, Chris actually really got close to beating him each time, but Eita's clutch is just too good.
Was it on stream? I actually wasn't in town for that.
Oh, no, my bad. Brent has the video. Brent is the one.
But it's going to be uploaded later?
I hope he does. I'll remind him to upload it. It was a good match, really good match. But Eita's super strong. Like, there's other strong players at Esports Square, and I ran sets with all of them. But, you know, most of the scores are like 5-3s. You know, I lost to Yukadon 5-3. I lost to Nemo 5-3. And it's just like, I guess, as expected, like, I don't know. I tried my best, and they're just really good. They have stuff that I haven't seen before.
It wasn't 5-0?
They weren't 5-0s, yeah. But
and you know what? 5-3, 5-4, 5-5. In this game, they literally mean the same thing. Even 5-0, there's a good chance that those matches were close as hell. You know, like that happens a lot in this game.
Yeah, there's rounds. You know, you're getting rounds all the time. So even though you get bodied, you're like, oh, I did pretty good.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was thinking. I did pretty good. You know, and there was some definitely like.
Are we wearing the same shirt?
You might be wearing the same shirt. That's
brothers.
Brothers from San Jose.
Yeah.
Both. That's so crazy. We're both from SJ.
The Vietnamese and Mexico coming together.
Yeah, there's a huge synergy between the Vietnamese and I'm not Mexican, but the Latinos. You know.
My bad.
I'm Salvadorian. Yeah. No,
cut that out, Kim.
Vietnamese people don't care. They'll call me Mexican anyways. My best Vietnamese best friend calls me Mexican on his phone. It says Mexican. What a dick, right? But no, yeah. What was I saying? I did good overall. I'm actually really happy with that high. Okay. Like I really feel like
when you come back, you know, maybe you can do the reverse. Let them know what's up. Okay, now it's my turn to get the 5. You get the O. You know.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I'm glad. I'm glad I at least won some sets too. So thank God. Like, so, I'm not getting bodied 100%.
So as you can tell, the host here at the Jump In podcast, you know, we have a polite individual as myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
You're very polite.
And we have that other guy across the pond.
LoganSama. LoganSama.
It's kind of popular DJ.
No, he's a cool dude.
He's a commentator, you know.
He's a smart guy. I respect his tweets.
He has a question for you.
Okay, go. Let's go.
Ask them about how much more superior Japanese players are.
God damn it.
And how they don't let him do their Ken bullshit.
Okay.
What do you have to say about that?
All right, look. Although they're superior, it's really like...
don't give in to his bullying, okay? You can say whatever you want.
You don't... It's so weird. Yeah, they check the pressure, but here's the thing. Like, we already kind of knew that. We kind of knew that they would check our unsafe pressure, right? Mm-hmm. So overall, like when I would play these sets, like I didn't try to like steal their turns, for example. I wouldn't try to do that at all. Okay. I wouldn't even try that many run cancels. I was really like smart about it. Like, okay, I'm gonna do a run cancel very now and then, you know. Okay. And I feel like that's the best way to use it, especially against these better players. Sure. Because like, trust me, I definitely tried to rush some of these guys down. First day one, everyone's checking it. Yeah. Everyone's checking the run pressure. So yeah, they're good at checking it, but hard to say because you know Chris and I we were just not trying to like get away with it anyways. You know, we already knew that they were gonna check us. Up your game.
And then you upped your game, obviously. Right?
But definitely, like, do we see the superiority? Yeah, for sure. Like the way they play, you know, these guys, like, if you beat them, they have a PC set up right next to them, so they go to the training mode right away. So if you beat them, they recreate the situation right away, and then they learn from it, and then they come back and beat you. Which is something I'm gonna steal because I have a PC set up at home also and a PS4 side by side, right? Yeah. But usually I have it for online plays to fuck around. So while you wait, you can play online, and then the offline guys play on the PS4. But now I'm gonna make it training mode because it's a really good habit. Especially like think about it, if you do training mode right after a match, the situation is really clear in your head. So I feel like it sticks better.
Maybe Echofox can hook it up. You know, hook up with that extra PC setup.
Right. I haven't requested it yet. I've been fine on my own, but I'm gonna ask for an upgrade soon. Because I'm still on that i5 2500K. Yeah. It's pretty old, dude. It's pretty old.
Is Echofox your first sponsor?
First real sponsor, yeah.
Real sponsor.
First real sponsor.
What does that
mean? Before I had like what I call like a soft sponsorship, which is like it was MMG.
Can you please enter our tournament, sir?
Yeah, like we'll pay for your majors. We won't pay for flights. We'll have a sweater for you.
Ooh, okay. I totally know what you mean now.
You know what I mean, right? It's like. It's not a clan. There's also clans. I would never be part of a clan, but this is like there was like a soft sponsorship. They financially helped in some way.
Clan?
Yeah, some people like put an acronym in front of their names. I don't know why. It's like a pet peeve of mine.
Okay, yeah,
like
got it.
It's a pet peeve because it's like I feel like you should only have an acronym when it's in a sponsorship.
It's a real legit sponsor.
Yeah, but like if it's a clan, like
except for UBCan.
UBCan TV. Well, you guys are like I said. You guys are a clan to me. I don't hate you. You guys are a little more legit though because you stream and stuff, you produce stuff, right? But if you just have like your zip code,
I'm just kidding. Go on.
More, you know, I'm just like it should be a real thing, you know. Yeah. It should be like a more real thing. So I make fun of all the clans, but that's just me. I feel like if you're part of a team, that's great. Like if you want to rep your team, that's even cool.
So this previous team that you were on, this soft team, whatever you call it,
sponsorship.
Yeah. Who were they?
It was ran by Mama Dow. You guys know her, Carolyn Dow in NorCal, and Jeffrey Moon at the time. the other guy, the other founder. But after that, like, MMG broke off after a while. Micro Gaming was a sponsor, and then I was going solo again. Not much of a difference, It's just like, okay, well now I got to dish out another $60 out of my own pocket, right? But Echofox came into the picture
about like a year ago. Maybe?
No, this year, right after. It was actually right before I won Texas Showdown. They approached me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was really recent.
So then they saw your result and they're like, okay, we can get behind this guy.
Yeah.
He's got nice hair.
Yeah, and you know what it was? Yeah, I guess so. My hair's ass today, though. I've been walking around all day. I feel so grimy. Jesus Christ, but...
Check the time real quick. Okay, you
we're
can still make your flight. Okay.
We're still good on time. Okay. But, like, they approached me, and I don't know how they heard about me. I remember the guy, Jace Hall, he's the CEO.
Okay. Yeah.
And he made a post on Twitter, and then all the top players from America were, like, flooding like, yo, hit me up, put me in. And I feel kind of cool for saying this. Like, I did not even approach them. They approached me. That was sick. Sick. I'm like, damn. Like, I didn't even have to, like, compete with everyone else,
Just wake it up.
I just woke up. I'm like, oh, who's Jace? That's so cool. And, awesome. No, I was truly blessed. I swear to God, I was just truly blessed. And then we talked right before Texas Showdown, right? And I remember I had to, like, delay the conversation, which I was scared to do because I had to focus on the tournament, right? Sure. I was like, I'm literally in top 32 right now. I can't be, like, talking about this. And great things happened. I won the tournament, and then I hit them back up. And I'm like, hey, man.
Did you see that?
Did you see that, bro? Did you see that? Like, I didn't rep them at the time, but, like, it was a good way to start business, Like, oh, yeah, I am going to be a legit pick for you guys. I just won my first major and stuff like that.
For the fighting game division, you were the first one, right?
Yeah, yeah. For the fighting game division, for Echofox?
Yeah.
For Street Fighter, yeah, because I'm the only Street Fighter player. Okay. Mewtwo King is also on there, but he got on board after me.
After you, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, he that guy wins majors all the time. But there's like a Smash major every week. I feel like he's winning too many majors.
You, Brett is cool, and Christy.
Yep.
Are known as the Trinity.
The Trinity.
Let us know how that came about.
Really just, I think it was Chris that came up with the idea. Chris is like a religious guy. So like Trinity.
He was this.
Yeah, he always does that. It's kind of funny, like, he thought of the name Trinity, and I feel like I always wanted to, I kind of helped paint this medieval sense to it, like we are, like, if you notice when we make the Trinity Twitter account with a lot of the tweets. The Twitter account, yeah. We don't update it at all, though. We're so lazy. But like some of the tweets were very like medieval talk, like Game of Thrones style, Because I feel like it's very funny. Like we like to imagine ourselves as that like back in the day, 1800s Trinity and stuff like that. But we thought about it, and then it just came to be because we're just cool with each other. We're just we literally all play Can. Like, dude, we all play Can. We gotta do something.
Even though you're from NorCal.
Even though I'm from NorCal, yeah. Like,
hey, that's how I know the NorCal SoCal rivalry is done. Because you guys combine forces. You motherfuckers.
People are getting nicer. People are combining forces. USA versus the country, not NorCal versus SoCal.
It was inevitable.
But it's still like that. It's still NorCal versus SoCal at the end of the day. Just because why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have that shit.
Yeah, we got to have some rivalry.
Okay, so everyone from the Trinity, were you guys all getting beat down by Eita?
Yeah, all of us. None of us could beat him.
Who did the best?
Probably Chris.
Okay.
Chris did the best.
But he still wasn't able to have a winning record, though.
No, I think Chris probably got in like one set versus
out of
10 first to threes or something. I was sitting right next to him as he was grinding against him. He literally could not win a set. I think he won one set and then Eita went to sleep. I'm not even kidding.
Christy. Mm-hmm. Christy pretty much shows all his emotion on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's frustrated. He's not gonna hide it. He'll be like this for like a minute. I think I saw that when he was at esports. He had his face in his hands for like a good 40 seconds, something like that.
He's an emotional man, high emotion, but like it works for him. Armenians, bro. I always make fun of that, like fucking Armenians, bro. But like he makes it work, even though he does that. The fact that he keeps like improving, I'm like, okay, well, he's an emotional person. People are different.
As long as you get better.
As long as you get better, then it's fine, right? But
everyone's different, so
yeah. I think Chris for sure does the best against Shotos. 100% does the best against Shotos, and that's why he stood the best. Even against Tokido, he would have the best odds, or the closest sets,
So then versus Tokido, because you You were just on the Topanga stream 2 days ago, a day ago, something like that, right?
Yeah, that was really fun. I got a lot of sets in. I think Haitani bodied me the hardest. I did the best against Fudo, and I did average against.
You were able to beat Fudo, like a set, right? Okay.
Or 2 sets throughout the whole night. He probably beat me 3 first to 5s, and I won 2 first to 5s. But the ones that I won were 5-4s.
I see.
You know, I had to like
really
think. But I did okay against Bonchan. Actually, I did better than okay. I lost 10-2, and then I lost 10-6. Bonchan's really good.
Nash Ken, huh?
Yeah, and then...
Well, what do you think about that match?
You know, originally I thought that Nash beats Ken. I still kind of do. People here think it's even. Some people think it's in Ken's favor. But
I think Nash has a pretty legit way of zoning Ken out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very legit way.
Yeah.
And with the small limbs and all, everybody is the only limbs that reach him is like the roundhouse limbs, the heavy limbs, right? But even then, those are just
he was V reversaling everything, huh?
Oh, V-skilling. Oh, actually, Bonchan's a V-trigger kind of guy.
Oh, okay.
He's really good with V-trigger. So he saves his V-trigger more. He just has really good defense. And like really sneaky spin sights and stuff like that. But every time I got him in the corner, I would do my best. And I get some crush counters and then triple DB combos. And then, like I said, that second first to 10 set, I did really good. You know, it was a 10-6 with rounds and stuff like that. But I think the match is like 5.5 Nash. Nash's favorite.
5.5, okay.
Yeah, I will forever think that. You can't change my mind about it. That character definitely beats Cholos.
So Haitani beats you. Fudo overall beats you, but you're still able to win 2 sets.
Yep.
Bonchan beats you down.
Yeah. And
Tokido?
Tokido, I did.
Was Dago there?
No, Dago wasn't there. Tokido I did very average against. I would lose 5-2 and 5-3s.
Okay.
So it's interesting because I feel like Tokido plays slow. That he actually he lets my strength come out. It's so weird to say that, but
I understand.
You know, like
he's no joke. He's like the most calculated player out there.
Yeah, so, it's like I really feel like okay, I can really do my thing all the time, and he lets me do my thing and checks me accurately. But nonetheless, I could play a fireball game, which is weird because that's the thing I noticed about Japan. Even when I played Daigo at the exhibition and ECT, I noticed wow, these guys let me play a fireball game. It's so weird because in America, nobody wants to play Street Fighter like that. People will just jump, disrespect you all the time. Sure. And here it's kind of like encouraged. They're like, no, play the fireball game with me. You know, that's what it feels like. So
that's interesting.
So yeah, it's like he let me. I feel like I played well. You know, I feel like I played better than I've ever played, despite me losing.
Okay.
So average against him, and I did worse against Haitani. Haitani, I just cannot tap into this rhythm at all.
Nancy was also there, right? Nancy. He plays the Kali.
No, I didn't see him there.
He was there. He was there during the 5-on-5 for sure.
Nancy.
He plays Nakali. Only
you mean Husuke?
Yeah, that's his
real name. Husuke. Yeah. He's good too. He's really good.
Yeah. Did you play him?
I didn't get to play him that set. No.
I guess he should have later then.
Just one match in the team tournament or a team battle.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, man, it's an experience, you know, I feel like
what did you take from that experience that you can bring back home and hopefully help everyone else grow?
Oh, the thing I really learned is that long sets, right? They all do long sets. And I feel like...
Always 5? Always first to 5?
Usually 10s. Well, first to 5s and 10s, right?
Okay.
But, not 2 out of 3s. And I feel like that's perfect because, in a long set, you really let the problems shine, you know? Your mistakes really show. Okay, we played a first to 10. You really are going to see your problems at the end of the set. So, you can actually have a quality discussion after the set. So I feel
you're probably thinking about the mistakes you made for, a prolonged period of time. Therefore, you're able to actually really remember it. So...
Yeah. You're really able to remember it because you're making that mistake every match. You know, your mistakes really will come out in the first attempt.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about these guys is that, thanks to them, they'll take advantage of your mistakes. So you should be really happy. I was really happy. Okay, now I really see what I'm doing wrong. Playing a long set with these guys, and so I took away a lot. That's
awesome to hear, man.
I wrote down my notes and stuff like that. Tokido was translating stuff we have to do. Mentality, perspective. It's super good. We played from 7 to 7.
7 a.m. to
7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that day there was a typhoon. Oh, was it a typhoon?
It was raining. Yeah, we were drenched by the time Chris got
for sure it was a typhoon. Yeah.
Yeah, we were drenched in water, but we learned so much.
14 hours of
14-hour grind. Not kidding. I got home By the time with food and then commuting home, I went to sleep at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm still tired.
Dude, that's like.
Yeah.
You're just shimming and neutral jumping.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But it's interesting because like I feel like that's the best I've ever played. It's so interesting. Like I just feel like I tried so hard, and like when you play for long hours, like your best comes out. You know. So I feel like I just pushed my ceiling a little higher. So I really like now when I come back and I think about it, like wow, I know what I can do because I did some amazing things. You know, some matches I did some amazing things. Like so I know what I can do now. But they pushed me there. That's the cool thing. Like you had these amazing players to push you. Bless you.
Yeah.
Trinity bless. Trinity bless. But yeah, it was cool, dude. It was a dream come true. Dream come true.
All right. Since we are trying to get you home in one piece and definitely on time.
Yeah. We got like 5 minutes. Or so.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about inspirations.
Oh yeah, inspirations. I have them. It's weird. Like. I never had like a top player.
You know, sometimes inspiration doesn't have to come from like other players.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I was going to get to. Well, for me, like I never, even from Third Strike and Street Fighter 4, there was never a player I looked up to.
Okay.
Like, there's players I looked at. Like, for example, like,
cool
you know, Chris looks up at Momochi. It makes sense. You know, he's a top player. He's great. But for me, like, even when I played Yoon in Street Fighter 4, I couldn't really, like, I didn't look up at Kazunoko and was like, oh, I want to be just like him. I just didn't have that because, like, there's just some things I disagreed with. You know, I'm like, I don't like how, you know, I'm Mr. Optimal. Kazunoko doesn't do optimal. Right? Okay. So, like, at first I didn't like that about him. But as I matured, I started to see what he's really doing. Right? So I started to, like, really appreciate Kazunoko a little more towards the end. Right? Okay. But nonetheless, inspirations, I get inspirations from my local friends, you know? Like, Mr. Nash is a big inspiration for me because I like his style the most and the way he thinks about the game.
That too. Yeah.
Yeah, so like he's a big inspiration. I consider him like my training partner / master kind of thing because I play with him the most now and I learn the most.
He's known for his Tekken gameplay, obviously, but I mean he's really good in many games. Like even Street Fighter 4,
no, he beats everyone.
Tekken.
In Street Fighter 5, he will beat everyone, and like in NorCal, he beats everyone. Like
I feel like Street Fighter 5 fits him really well.
He's really good, dude. But nonetheless, like him and then Ricky, I look up to Ricky because Ricky would give me advice in person, you know. Once I started winning in Street Fighter 4 or getting like my first wins in tournament against Ricky, you know, she'd start to help me more. So it's kind of cool. Like I feel like I earned her respect, and like she took care of me in the tournament sense. Fchamp too. He's really nice to me.
You know, but that's the weird part because to be like.
Fchamp is big, right?
No, because I met you after that whole incident at NCR, I think, right?
You know what's crazy? After that NCR incident, immediately after he apologized to me, like at a tournament the next week. I was at the vending machine and he's just like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry about everything. Like, I really didn't mean to say this to you." So I was like, "Damn, a nice guy, you know." But I've seen not the Persona champ. I've seen the actual Ryan Ramirez. So
sure.
I look up to him, you know. He pushes me in a great way. Like, always play solid. Don't worry about what people say. Like, don't, you know, he keeps you in good terms. So there's other inspirations. Of course, my friends who are starting to get better. It's weird, but not too many inspirations.
Do you look to like I don't know, sports for example? Like, do you get motivation from seeing like your favorite team win and you're like, okay, I'm gonna play some games right now?
No, I don't. Not at all. I don't watch any sports. Yeah, like I said, I feel like I'm kind of like an empty. I'm a really boring person to some extent. Like I just don't have that idol that I look up to. It's just very few select people.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. Anything that I've experienced and stuff, which is like in-person stuff, like, you know, Ricky, Jimmy, then like I look up to them because like I've experienced them helping me. So it makes sense to like look up to them, you know?
Yeah. For me, back in the day, like that kind of motivation was, I think, maybe it's a NorCal thing. Yeah. NorCal, I thought that SoCal, they had more players, but there were like a bunch of cliques everywhere at that time.
Right.
So like for them to like get together would be would take a while. But NorCal always felt like they were together. It doesn't matter if you're from Sacramento, if you're from San Francisco, from Sunnyvale. Like you guys all pretty much talk to each other, you know?
We all talk to each other. You know, it's funny, like nowadays people say it's a little cliquey, which is semi-true. For the most part, if I host a session, everybody comes through, so it's not cliquey. But
where are the cliques at?
It's like top player cliquey, you could say, I guess.
Oh, that, okay.
Yeah, so... But
say no more, my friend.
Say no more, right? It's top player cliquey, but even then, the top players play. So the cliquey stuff, it doesn't really exist. But, you know, surface level, it looks like that.
Okay.
Nah, it looks like that. Inspirations.
We got 1 minute. We got 1 minute left, and therefore we're going to end it with a quick segment of word association.
Okay, go. I'm ready.
Let me know what you think when you hear the word.
All right, this is interesting.
It could be one word. It could be like just a quick
Like
sentence.
literally what pops up in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Japan.
Street Fighter. Street Fighter and cigarettes.
And cigarettes. Okay. Eita.
Ken 5-0.
Street Fighter 5.
Easy deadly damage.
Okay.
You making up these words as you go too?
No, yeah, that too. I am. Old school.
John Choi, CVS 2, Daniel Tran, Kim 1234.
Damn. New school.
Literally, like I'm just whatever's coming to my head.
New school.
Godir, Ultima. Why did I think of Ultima? I don't know. Probably because he's Salvadorian and he's a Rashid player, new guy, right? And Street Fighter 5. That's what I think. Literally.
Your opponent in the Capcom Cup Finals.
Who would I like it to be? Kazunoko. I don't know why. What the heck? I don't know why. See, like the name popped up. My subconscious.
Because you do respect him in Street Fighter 4, and it just came out during this interview. Exclusive,
and I like fighting Cammy because I feel like I can fight Cammy pretty well.
Because she's fair, that's why.
Yeah, like I like to anti like the hard dive kicks. Like I just
let's be honest, because it's a fair match.
It's so not fair.
It's a fair match.
God damn. Yeah.
Let's see here. You are okay. Well, I have to set this up real quick.
Yeah.
You are currently 5th place on the Capcom Cup rankings.
In global points, yeah.
Yeah, global points.
How the hell? That's crazy. Like I don't even know. That's so crazy.
You won 2 tournaments, and I think you've been placing like reasonably well, right?
Yeah, like top 3.
Yeah.
Most majors. Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're at 5th place so far. Are you still gonna? Is your aim for when you enter tournaments to make it so that you can play the person that's like 30th or 32nd or whatever?
No.
Or you just want to just keep playing and
yeah, no. Like for me, like I like those perspective shits I was talking about earlier. Like the idea of tournament, I just threw it out the window.
Okay.
I just don't even think about, or I try my best to not think about placings or who I have to play. I just try to think literally, like put all my focus into one match at a time. So it's like one analogy I have is like if you're driving, right?
Okay.
You don't want to look too far out ahead for the exit signs, I like let's say if I was driving, like my range of vision is like a couple feet, and I can only see like the next sign. And that's how I like to think about tournament. Like I don't try to look up ahead and like, oh, what turns are going to come up next. Like no, just
no point.
Yeah, no point. Just think about one match at a time.
I like it.
Yeah. Like first place, second place, like it doesn't mean anything. Every match is a test. That's what I tell people. Every match is just a test.
I think evidently when I go back to NorCal, I think when I hit you guys up,
you have to.
I'll be learning from you guys.
Dude, I have the sickest group at my house. You already know. Like I got 2 of the trans.
Dude. And then, what's up with all your friends having the last name Tran? Huh?
I don't know, dude. It's just I don't know. I just attract the trans. Like the trans are just good Street Fighter players. Dude, I swear to God, like that bloodline. I swear to God.
EVENTHUB, do you need a headline? There's your headline right there.
I play with the trans. My secret sauce is the trans. And the Vietnamese, yeah. Your last name's not Tran, huh? Is it Nguyen? Huang. Okay, well,
I'm Thai also.
The Huang bloodline will now enter. Huang and the trans. Oh yeah, don't forget about the Gions too. I play with Koreans too. Shout out to Kelvin Gian and Brian Gian.
You live with them.
I live with them. They make me very strong. So I have to give them a huge thanks. Kelvin,
I'm trying to get you out on time.
I know. We're gonna run. We have to sprint.
All right. So, before you let them know, how can they contact you on Twitter, Instagram?
Oh yeah,
you're streaming now also, right?
Yeah. Super easy. Twitter is just my first and last name and my zip code,
which is
Julio Fuentes 408.
Okay.
At Twitter. Are you from 408?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Anyways, and my Instagram is also Julio Fuentes 408, and my Twitch is twitch.tv/Julio _the Ken.
The Ken.
Yeah, Julio _ the Ken. So super, and I'm streaming way more often. My stream is super bare bones, but like it's there.
Do you have like a schedule?
No schedule. No.
Whenever
I'm very inconsistent. I'm proud to say that. Yeah, it's not right. Like, it's too much stuff going on. It's very hard.
There's another headline.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
They're gonna misinterpret that, but yeah.
Okay, and with that, we're gonna catch you guys next week on the Jump In. LoganSama, please record something at EGX. Love you, bro.
Yeah, see you, Logan.
Right.
See you, everybody. Goodbye.
Peace.